Well, guys, I came back here today to have conversation with Africans and to tell Africans really what is really happening. And I want every African to be aware of this, what is happening right now. But one thing I want to be for sure is I stand for Africa, and there is where I came from, and I'm proud to be an African, and I will always stand there. And I'm never going to change that fact that I'm an African, and nobody can change the fact that MAICA is African, and I stand for Africa, and I don't want to take lightly with any country that want to play games with Africa. And in this way, when I really kick Joe Biden as that much, I see many threatening words from Americans, UK, from so many peoples, to the extent I hack my Facebook page so many ways when I kick out Joe Biden. When I talk about Joe Biden trying to bring homosexuality into Africa, they hate it so much that I am trying to put Africans to wake up to go against them. This is what they really know what I am doing, to make Africans, black Africans, to go against these Western countries that are trying to bring destabilization into Africa and to ungovern all African countries, to make wars in all African countries. And they have seen that in the progress I am going ahead to make Africans to believe that they are nobody, to make Africans to go against them, to let Africans to wake up and see the light. And in this way, they were not so much happy with me. And I have seen their messages and their handworks that they were doing towards me. But I want to make it clear that I am ready for it. I am ever ready for whatever you, the Americans, UK, Europeans are ready for. I am never going to go back or give up because you people are threatening me or telling me some words about Africa. This is what you have been doing for so long. You have been assassinating every person who came out to speak for Africa. Every person who came to bring awareness to Africans. You have been dealing with them in this way. When they have offered me so many jobs, I refuse to accept them. They have offered me so many kind of things that can make me to stop doing the job that I am doing. When I refuse to accept those offers from them, the only thing they could do now is to find a way how to hack my Facebook page, how to hack my TikTok page, how to just put me down. But I want to say this, that Americans can do whatever they want to do. UK can do whatever they want to do. Europeans can do whatever they want to do, but you can never put MAICA down. It's never possible. I am not a man who you can buy with money. I am not a man who you can offer with a job. I am not hungry. This is what I want to make to Americans who are trying to tell me that, oh, we can offer you a visa to America. Can you offer me a visa to America? I don't need to go to America. I don't need America. This is what I have to make clear to Americans, because I kick out your president. Because I talk what your president is doing toward African countries. Because I talk about your forbidden child, your forbidden president, Joe Biden. Because I talk about him in a manner that you people are not comfortable anymore. The way I deal with your leaders. When your leaders are committing atrocities in African countries, you are not happy. But you are coming to me to tell me that you can offer me with an American visa. I can be in America. If only I can really forget about the things that I am doing to focus on my personal life. You know what they tell me? You know how this is how they make many black people fools. This is what they told me, like, oh bro, you know what you are doing right now, it can put you into trouble, it can do you this, so you don't have to think about Africans, because Africans are no more thinking of you. When you have a problem today, Africans will not be there for you, so you have to think about your life. When you came to America here, when you have a job, don't you think you can make it, you can build something in Africa? without thinking of the whole Africa. I am not fighting to make the whole Africa rich. I am fighting to let Africa stand where it's supposed to stand. I am fighting to let Africans know who they are. I am fighting to let Africans be on the path they're supposed to be. I am not fighting to make each and every single African a rich man. If Africa stand where it's supposed to be, if Africa be themselves, I tell you every African is going to be rich without me making an effort to make Africans rich. But you think I am fighting for Africa because I want to be rich. I don't need rich. Money is not richness. This is what you, the Europeans, Americans, UK have to understand, that money is not my problem. My problem is when you stop making wars in Africa. When you stop going to Africa and putting our leaders in and misleading the leaders of black African countries. When you stop it, that is my problem. That is the only thing I have with you peoples. Stop offering me a job. Stop offering me an amount of money that you will pay me. Stop offering me a visa to America. I don't need it. The only thing I need, stay away from Africa. That's all I need. Stay away from Africa, America. Stay away from Africa, UK. Stay away from Africa, all European countries. If you do this, you have no problem with me. Stay on your own. Stay on your own. I am not an African who is going to put Africa down because you give me an offer or you offer me a job that you are going to pay me 2,500 US dollar. I don't need it. If I am working and I'm getting 800 euro every month, I am content with it. That's what God give me. I don't start to fight for Africa because I want to be rich. I don't start to fight for Africa because I want money. I start to fight for Africa because I see what effort Mohammed Gaddafi have done before. What effort Nelson Mandela have done for Africa. What effort Martin Luther King have done for Africa. What effort Jomo Kenyatta have done for Africa before, and those efforts should not be in vain. That's where I want to stand and push it where they stop. That's where I want to start and move on. And that's why I'm doing this, for my people to be free. We are in a generation that you can never fool Africa anymore. As far as people like me, people like Julius Malema, people like Bobby Wine from Uganda is alive, you are never going to fool Africa. We are there to make sure that Africans know where they stand. We are there to make sure that Africa stand where it's supposed to stand. We are there to make sure that all the properties peoples from Western worlds do not affect Africa with their lies. It has been a long time when you, the Western world, was affecting African economy, African freedom, African justice, African liberation with your lies. When African believe whatever you says. But this is the time we say it's enough, and we are going to come out to tell Africans whatever you brought to Africans, we know is not the interest of Africa. Africa is not going to get any benefit from it. Whatever you are taking to Africans today is because of your own selfish interest. You take homosexuality to Africa because you want the population of Africa to be reduced. Not because you want Africans to be free. Not because you want Africans to have human rights. If you want African to have human rights, it has been a long time when you people have been in Africa and selling this democracy to African countries, and they are buying it. Look, I am not like African leaders who you can pay off to stop fighting for Africa. Because when American President Joe Biden told Ugandan president to accept homosexuality in Uganda, when Ugandan president said no, what did American president says? We are going to cut off an economical challenge to you. That make African leaders afraid when they told them that we are going to give you an economical challenge. Your economy will be broke. We will never help you. We will never assist you. We will never give you money. Our bank will never borrow you money anymore. This make African leaders to be afraid and accept whatever these people says. You came to my country. How many of the African leaders can wake up and go to America and tell Americans to accept African culture? How many of you, the African leaders, can do that? None of you. None of you, the African leaders, will wake up and go to a white man country and tell the prime minister or the president of that country to accept an African culture in their countries by force. But they survive by you. Why don't you tell them also what you want for them to do in their country? But they always came to you to tell you, do this in your country. When you said no, they said, we are going to give you an economical challenge. We are going to put difficulty in your economy. We will never borrow you money. Our bank will never give you money. That make African leaders to be so loyal, to sell their loyalty to Americans, UK and Europeans. And this is not going to be a joke anymore. If you think it's a dream, that Africans are waking up, it's not a dream, it's a reality that Africans are no more in need of Europeans, Americans and UK. Africans want to be themselves, they want to be free. Can't you understand that? How many decades, how many years is Africans are begging you, leave us alone, leave us alone. You are never ready to leave Africans alone. Why? You say Africans are nobody. Africans are uneducated. Africans are fools. This is what you call Africans. Africans are slaves. Come on, what do you need from those slaves? When a slave is telling you, leave me alone. When a person you call nobody is telling you to leave him alone, but you still insisting, pushing to his continent. What are you doing there? Why can't you leave them alone? Africa told you to leave them alone. Why can't you leave Africa alone? What do you want from Africans? It has been a long time when Africans are begging you, and Africans are no more going to beg any white man country to leave us alone. We are not going to beg nobody. Not Joe Biden, not Boris Johnson, not Tony Blair from UK, not all the European prime ministers. We are not going to beg nobody to leave us alone. We are going to put by force. That is Africa. It belongs to Africans. It doesn't belong to any bloody damn European prime minister or American president or Boris Johnson or Tony Blair from UK. It doesn't belong to you people. Africa belongs to Africans. We are no more going to beg no white man country to leave Africa alone. We are going to force you to leave Africa alone. If you doubt it, this is the time. The revolution is here. We are ready for it. Whatever came after it, we accept it. Whatever came out of it, for Africans standing and saying, we no more need you. Whatever came out of it, we are ready for it. Any challenge you want, we are ready for it. You don't want to leave Africa without Africans making war to throw you out. That's what we see now. If not, it has been a long time when Africans are crying. Leave us alone, Europeans. Leave us alone, Americans. Leave Africa alone, UK. You refuse to leave us alone. But when you came to your country, in your schools, you taught your children that Africans are nobody, they are hungry peoples, their land, they don't have nothing. But that land that have nothing, you always go there to steal something from them. When you call them nobody, they don't have nothing, they are poor peoples. You are going to poor man's house and steal from there. Then what are you stealing from there if that man don't have nothing? If that man is poor, can you steal from a poor man? What can you steal from a poor man? If truly what you are telling your children is that Africans are poor, they are hungry. We are no more going to beg any white man country to leave Africa alone. It's enough to beg you. Come on, this is Africa. It belongs to us. I cannot beg you to leave my house. My own house. You came to my own house. You leave your house, you came to my house. And I am begging you, please leave my house. Please leave my house alone. Please leave me and my house alone. I am not going to beg you. I'm going to kick you out by force. Either you like it or you don't like it. I'm going to kick you out because that house was built by me. And that house belongs to me. When you call me nobody, you call me a slave. You call me a hungry man. You call me a poor man. Stop contacting me to tell me to accept a job offer from you. Stop contacting me to tell me you can pay me $2,500 US. It can never be possible. Even Joe Biden can buy me off. Not to talk of you, the chicken peoples. I am not African leaders who you can buy at any time you want. I will never be like them. I am not fighting for Africa because of money. I am not fighting for Africa because I want to be rich. If I want to be rich, I will do something that can make me rich in just 6 months. I don't want to be rich. Richness is not about money. Richness is about your loyalty, the cleanness of your heart. That is what we call richness. If a man is rich, that means that man have heart clean heart. That is called richness. But money is not richness. Money can solve nothing in our lives. It can only make survive for us to survive easy. But it cannot solve our problems. And it can't make us happy. The only thing that can make a man happy is to have a clean heart. You will be happy for the rest of your life. So when you understand this and stop attacking me, because by attacking me is not putting me down. It's giving me energy to fight for Africa more. By attacking me, to start threatening me, sending me threatening messages, they are not moving me. Do you know what? When I saw those messages, what I do? I laugh. I laugh at you, the Americans, UK, Europeans, who were sending me messages, threatening messages. I laugh at your messages. This is why I make live this evening, to tell you that I have been seeing your messages and I laugh at it. And it is not making me afraid, but it is making me happy that you people are getting the message that I was sending to you people. That's to show me that you were getting my messages. Even Joe Biden was getting my messages. When I was live, someone told me that, oh, you know, Pandi MAICA, I see you on American news, so be careful because Americans are coming for you. This was from someone, a black lady. And this is what I replied to her, that I know you are concerned about my life, but I tell you that life is about only one time. Life is one time something. You can live only once. No one ever live twice. To die and come back and live again and die. No one have ever done that. You will only die at once. If Americans coming for me and you see me in American news, it doesn't move me. That's what I want. I want them to get my message. The hard message that I'm sending to American President Joe Biden, I want it to reach to him. I don't want my message to be hanging in the air between Africa and America. I want it to reach to Americans. Let them get what I am saying. That they should leave Africa alone. And if they accept homosexuality, it should only remain there. And if Joe Biden wants homosexuality, why does he marry a woman as a wife? This is what Africans are not understanding. A man who is coming to you to tell you that accept homosexuality is good in your country. Is it not good in his country? Is it not good in his family? Why don't he accept it in his family? But all his families are married. Joe Biden, his son, his first son, get married. He get a woman as a wife. The son of Joe Biden get a woman as a wife. Why don't he marry a man? But Joe Biden is waking up and going to African countries. They are doing all this because they want to reduce the population of Africa. It has been a long time, my fellow Africans, when they have been trying to reduce the population of Africa, they use HIV and AIDS to post HIV and AIDS on Africans to reduce the population of Africa. It couldn't reduce the population of Africa. Ebola and other sicknesses, malaria, these were all things that was imposed on Africa to reduce the population of Africa. They were not African sickness. But now they see all those sickness they were posting on Africans are still not killing Africans like they want. Now they came in a way that, oh, if we sell homosexuality to them, if an African man is getting married, they can produce children. And if woman to woman they are getting married in Africa, they can produce children. So this will be the best way to reduce the population of Africa, because when we give this to them, they will take it on their head, because they believe that whatever they give to Africans, Africans make it more stronger in Africa than where it came from. This is what they believe. They believe that if we take homosexuality to Africa, the way we don't use homosexuality, the way we don't become more homosexual, Africans will become more homosexual than we who sell it to them. This is the belief they have, and that will be the cause of to reduce the population of Africans. You know, to reduce their population. And this is the only thing that Joe Biden attempted to do. And this is the only thing that even Angleterre is emphasizing right now. All European countries are emphasizing, because this is something that they sit and plan it together. America, UK, Europe, they sit and plan this together, how to deal with Africa. They are not going to tell you directly, we want to deal with Africa. They are going to tell you that we want to help you. We want Africa to be developed. But all is a lie. They lie to you that they want your country to be developed, but they never want that country to be developed. You know what they plan against you? What they are showing in their newses, in their newspapers, in their TV stations. Come on. If you came to Europe, you find out that Europeans are nothing. You find out that they don't have nothing. You find out that people who are telling Africans that if they want to help Africa to be developed, they are poor. You find out that people who want Africa to have freedom, they don't have freedom. Come to Europe and see. If they have freedom, you will see it by yourself. Africans are living in a free life, where you choose how to build your life. You choose which kind of life you want to be. But in Europe, all European citizens, their government choose which kind of life they have to live. Their government choose it for them. They don't have freedom. Do you think they have freedom? Europeans, an European man will never tell you that I choose the life that I am living. Their government decide everything in their life. How they should spend their money, how they should work. Government decide everything for you. But in Africa, did government decide for us how we should spend our monies? No. We get our monies. We use it how we want. But those are the people who are telling they want to make Africans free. They want Africa to be free. They want Africans to have freedom. While you don't even give freedom to your own peoples. What are you telling me? Then what do you need from us? Last time when I talk about European Union sending their soldiers to Congo, that was all the things that Africans need to understand. How can European Union send their soldiers to Congo when there is war in Ukraine? They didn't send their soldiers to Ukraine, but they send their soldiers to Congo. To do what? Do Congo have a war? There is no war in Congo. But there is a fuel in Congo. There is natural resources in Congo. There is something that they make jimbo out of it, magi. So many people call it magi. It's from Congo. They need those things from Congo. And in that way, they have to sponsor some terrorists to keep on terrorizing Congo. In the name of what? When they go there, they said, oh, we came here to save these people because there are people terrorizing Congo. So we send our soldiers to help them. But that is just the upper words. But they send their soldiers not to help Congo, but to get the natural resources. Their soldiers go for only mission. Their soldiers are not going, EU soldiers are not going to African countries to help Africans, are going to African countries when there is a mission that, look, the soldiers are here. They tell the soldiers, your mission is not to fight them. Your mission is to make the war in that country more and steal what we tell you to go and steal. Bring it to us. This is their mission. Their EU soldiers only go to Africa when they have mission. They have something, they saw something in Africa that they want to take. They send their soldiers to go and take it. And our leaders accept them. African leaders are more fool. They accept them. They even appreciate them more than their own soldiers, their own African soldiers. It's the right time that only African citizens, not only African civilians who should wake up, but the soldiers also. African servicemen, you should wake up, because it's high time you realize that even European soldiers, EU soldiers who are going to Africa, they are even taking your own position in your own country as a serviceman. Don't you realize that? When they say ECOWAS soldiers, ECOWAS soldiers, ECOWAS soldiers, what is ECOWAS soldiers? Who organized ECOWAS in Africa? Who? European Union, right? It was not organized by African leaders. ECOWAS was not organized by them. And ECOWAS soldiers didn't take command from any African leader. They take command from European Union. but they are in Africa. They are dealing with Africans, but they are taking command from outside, from our enemies. That's why our soldiers always keep on shooting us on the street when we go out for demonstration. They kick us because the command is not from them. The command is from Europeans, our enemies. We'll always tell them, deal with them, shoot them, pour them hot water on the street. So that there will be war. At the end of the day, they will send their soldiers. Oh, we have to send our soldiers to this country to save them. Whatever was happening in Southern Sudan, why all those things? In Southern Sudan. In Ethiopia, how many days do we have? How many years do we have war in Ethiopia? Who will talk about it? Who will talk about it? And who is causing all those wars in Ethiopia, Southern Sudan, Somalia? Go and see how many years there is war in Somalia, Iraq, Iran. In Iran, there have been killing the peoples in Iran. There is war for many years in Iran, in Israel, in Afghanistan, Palestine. But what do they say? What do Americans say about this? Oh, those people are starving, we need to help them. But they are the cause of those wars. They don't go there to help them. They go there to steal whatever they have. Whatever natural resources they have, they take them. They took it to America. But now Americans are here, UK, Europeans are just telling us that they want to help Africans. Can you help Africans? Are Africans helping Europeans and Americans and UK, or they are helping Africa? And that's what I want to understand. And that's what I want to make Africans to understand, that this Europe, America, UK, they are not helping you. You are the one helping them. Because they survive through your natural resources. Without your natural resources, they are poor. Very poor. Go to America. The almighty America that you hear when you are in Africa, you say America, oh, America is a big place. I want to be in America. Go to America. See the life their citizens are living. They are like they are in a cage. Life of America, the big city, the big country, that the almighty America, that everybody is shouting, America, America. And one thing I want to tell you is, I see so many black people were saying that they have to arrest Vladimir Putin. They have to arrest Putin. And Americans were saying we want to arrest Putin to confuse Africans. Who are you going to confuse? Can they arrest Putin? Vladimir Putin. Can they arrest him? Go and arrest him. Let me see. They are shouting, we have to arrest Vladimir Putin. Go and arrest him. He is sitting in Russia. He is not going nowhere. They call ICC to go on International Criminal Court. Can you arrest Putin? Putin is not among International Criminal Court. Putin doesn't join ICC. And that's what they do to many African countries. That's why I respect the Gambian former president, Yaya Ejeje Jammeh, who removed Gambia from ICC, the International Criminal Court. That's why they couldn't arrest him. He is sitting in Equatorial Guinea, in Guinea Equatoria. That's why Europeans, Americans couldn't go there and arrest him, because the time he was ruling Gambia, he removed Gambia from ICC, that is called International Criminal Court. So they can't arrest him. Because the time he was ruling, he removed Gambia from ICC. When this chimpanzee that Gambia have right now, he is the one who put Gambia in, returned Gambia back to ICC again. Because he thinks like if he do that, Europeans are telling him that, oh, you know, when you put Gambia into ICC, we were very happy. We know that, oh, this is the leader we want. Yes, that is the leader they want, but that is not the leader that Africans want. That is the leader that you, the Europeans, Americans, UK wants. A leader that you can use as a television and clear the remote and press them. Let them destroy their own peoples and favor you, the Europeans and Americans and UK. That is what you, the African leaders, are doing. You don't even know what you are doing. But whatever decision you took from Europeans and Americans and UK, you are just destroying your own people but favoring them. There is no decision that Europeans and Americans and UK, they are going to brought in Africa and it is going to favor Africa. Whatever decision or whatever commandment they make with Africa, that is their own favor. It is never going to favor Africa. When you, the African leaders, realize this, that whatever they are bringing to you to accept, it is never going to favor you. When you realize this, Africa will be free. But by accepting their decisions, by accepting what they are bringing to you every time, it is always going to destroy Africa and make Europe and America develop more and more. This is what their ideology man told them, that they can exclude Africa from their plans, because if they exclude Africa and Africa stand on its own, Africa is going to move. And if Africa develop, they are going to have problem. Because when Africa stand on its own and Africa move alone without no continent beside Africa who can steal their natural resources, Africa will make it on their own. But they can't exclude Africa from their plan. They have to include Africa and tell them that we want to do this plan with you in the name of helping each other, but they are stealing from Africa, taking it to their country. And if Americans are coming out saying that they want to threaten me, they want to tell me that we want to offer you a job, we want to offer you a visa to America. When I was coming to Europe, none of you people helped me to come here. So how do you think something? How do you think you can offer me something that will stop me fighting for Africa? The only thing you can offer to Pandi MAICA, and Pandi MAICA will stop fighting for Africa, that is only one thing. One thing. America, Europe, UK, if you can listen to me very carefully, there is only one thing that you can offer to me, and it will make me stop fighting for Africa, and I will relax. That one thing is, if you offer to me that you will leave Africa alone. So that will be the only thing. If you can offer to me and tell me, Pandi MAICA, we stop going to Africa and we don't want to go to Africa anymore, we don't want to be in Africa, we leave you alone, we don't have nothing to do with Africa again, then I will really step back and talk to my peoples how to develop. I will only talk to Africans how to develop Africa, but I will never tell them that let's fight for our right. Why am I telling Africans stand up and fight? Why am I making Africans to go against Europeans and Americans and UK? It's me. Why am I doing that? Because you are our enemies. And you never want us to be free. You never want to see us develop. And if we don't fight and take that freedom from you, we are not going to get it. It's only to make war and get that what we want. But not to be baking you anymore, because it has been a long time when our great-grandfathers were baking you, our fathers were baking you. You couldn't give them that freedom they need. They were still in your hands. In the name of you are helping them while you are destroying Africa. But this time, in this 21st century, we no more want to beg Americans, UK, and Europeans for freedom. We no more want to beg you. We want to take it by force. It's ours. Leave us alone or you face us one-on-one. If you don't leave Africa alone, it is going to a higher level. You all can see. In Africa right now, Africans are waking up to chase you away from Africa, because we are no more going to beg you to leave our countries. No. Now we are going to kick you out, either you like it or not. Africa doesn't belong to any white man country. Africa belongs to Africans. And any white man prime minister or any white president who refuses to understand this, then you are facing a challenge with Africa now. And Africans are never going to give up to fight for their right. That's before Africans give up and leave you to do whatever you want to do with Africa. That is not in this 21st century. We are not going to leave you to go to Africa and do what you like and you feel like you can do everything to Africans, you can manipulate them. You can never manipulate Africans again, because every technology materials you have been instructing and making to influence Africans, to make them fools, Africans are really using those materials to make you more fool. Can't you see? When you create all your technology systems to fool Africans, Africans are now using that same technology that was created by you and still fooling you and scamming you. Why do all you, the Europeans and Americans and UK, are saying that Nigerians are criminals, Nigerians are scam? When you go to America, if you mention Nigerians, they say, oh, scam. If you go to UK, you mention Nigeria, they say scam. If you came to Europe, you mention Nigeria, they say scam. It's not a scam. Nigeria is not scam. Nigeria is dealing with them. The most intelligent youths of Africa is from Nigeria. It's Nigeria. The most youths that really deal with white peoples, that are Nigerian youths. You know? Nigeria, when you mention Nigeria, stand in front of a white man and mention Nigeria. He will look you somehow, because all of them feel like Nigerians are scam, Nigerians are criminals, Nigerians are not good in anything. That's to make we the Africans believe that Nigerians are nobody, but Nigerians are very, very intelligent. If you really go deep inside, you will find out that Nigerians, what they are doing to Europeans is called take what belongs to you. That's what Nigerians are doing to them. Take what belongs to you, but they call it a scam. How long you people have been scamming Africa? You don't call that a scam? How long America, UK, Europe have been stolen from Africa? You don't call it criminalism? Then if there is anybody to call criminals here is Europe, America, UK, we have to call you people criminals, thieves, scammers. But not Nigerians, because what Nigerians are doing is to take what belongs to them. If Nigerians are scamming Americans, I call it take what belongs to you. If Nigerians are scamming UK citizens, I call it take what belongs to you. Because they have stolen from Africa, and Nigerians are really now using their own technology to steal from their banks. They call it scam, they call it Yahoo. They give bad name to it. They call it Yahoo, scam. Nigerians are criminal. Nigerians are Yahoo. Nigerians are scammers. This is what they say. 3 names, 3 bad names they put on Nigerians, because Nigerians are really doing what Africans supposed to do. Nigerians are really doing what the all Africa is supposed to do. I tell you, if I am a leader in Africa, I will legalize Yahoo, and I will have a company in Africa that will call a Yahoo company. That all these Nigerian intelligence scammers will be in that company and started taking what belongs to them. That brought it back to Africa. This is what an African leader should do. But not by when Europeans came to Nigeria, they said, oh, there's one Nigerian in Nigeria here who scammed me. You see Nigerian police in front of that white man. Let's go, we will arrest him. You are going to arrest your fellow black man for a white man. How many years that white man have been stealing from Nigeria? Do you go to European countries and they go in front of you, tell you that we will go and arrest them, those who stole from Africa, we will go and arrest them? Do they do that? No. But now when they go to African countries, Ghana, Nigeria, they go there, oh, there is one of your citizens who scam from us, who scam $1 million from me, who scam £1 million from me. You see African servicemen in front of them. Hey, we will arrest them. Yes, sir, follow them. You go and arrest your fellow man and put him in prison and take all the money from your fellow black man and give it to that white man to take it back again. Someone who stole from you. Now you have someone in your own country who is taking what they stole from your country. You go in front of that white man who stole from you to go and take that money from your fellow black man and give it to the white man again to go back with it to his country. What are you doing? Are you making sense? Are you making sense as an African serviceman? Are you making sense? Come on. Do you know how much they are still stealing from Africa? Even right now as I'm talking to you, do you know how much they are stealing from Africa? But we are the ones still who want to be loyal to them. If you go to Africa, our African leaders wanted to be loyal to white peoples. White people are telling them, you know, you are a very good president. They like that. They are even smiling. When Americans or UK or Europeans are telling our leaders that, oh, you know, you are a very good president. When you came to your country, you rule your country very well. You change many things in your country. And we are trying to put hands together to join with you now. You are happy that Europeans, Americans, UK, they are calling you and telling you that we want to join hand with you. Do you think if your country don't have natural resources, they will join hand with you? Do you think if your country is poor, as they were saying since that you people are poor, if your country is poor, as they were saying, do you think they will ever join hand with you? Because they know without joining hand with you, they can't get that natural resources in your country. And they have to join with you and get that natural resources from your country. But they are joining in with you. They are telling you that, oh, we want to have partnerships so that we can help you do many development in your country. No, that is just to fool you. To tell you that word that we want to join hand with you as an African leader to help you develop your country. That is just to fool you. But by the right, and what is the real thing there is, they are joining in hand with you so that they can get access to the natural resources of your country and build their country. Develop their own country. If truly Americans and UK and Europeans are really helping African leaders who are doing partnership with them, can Gambia be undeveloped? Can Senegal be undeveloped? Can Tanzania be undeveloped? Can South Africa be undeveloped? Can Nigeria be undeveloped? Because all these leaders I mentioned, all these countries I mentioned here, their leaders are doing partnership with European countries, with America, with UK. If truly they are helping you as an African leader, why can't you put your senses together? But the biggest problem we have with African leaders is they refuse to work. Believe me. African leaders are not ready to work. They said African youths are lazy. You will see an African leader sitting down without doing nothing. How many of the African leaders who have a company? Do you heard about any African leader who have a factory? Which African leader have a factory that employ more than 300 citizens of his country? Which African leader? None of you, the African leaders, have a company that can employ 300 youths. None of you, the African leaders, have ever open a factory that can employ 300 youths of your country. But you are saying the youths are lazy. You are lazy as a leader of Africa. You are very, very lazy. When you need money, you run to America. Oh, I need some money for this development. Then they will tell you, oh, you have to sign this document before we give you this money. Then you sign it. You don't even know what that document contains. You sign it and go back to your country and enjoy the money. When the money is finished, you come back to them again and beg them because you refuse to work. You will beg them. When African leaders refuse to work, refuse to build companies, refuse to build factories and employ their youths, and let's develop Africa with African resources, with African materials. When we refuse to grow what we eat and eat what we grow, we are going to always beg them. This is what our leaders have forgotten to do. Americans, Europeans, UK, they don't have a farming land more than Africa. Africa have farming lands. We have all it takes to stand on our own. But look, this is what I always tell African youths, that forget about your country name, Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, Guinea, South Africa, Sudan, Ethiopia. Forget about those names. See yourself as an African. The moment we started to see each other as brothers and sisters, we are going to deal with these people very seriously. I tell you. That's what they don't want right now. And that's what they don't want to hear. For Africa to unite. It is making them afraid that African youths are saying we're supposed to unite. It is making them very afraid. Because they know when we unite, it's a problem for them. They know it very well that when we unite, it's a big problem for them. So I am begging on to every African youth, as a youth man like me, let's unite. See yourself as an African. Let's see each other as brothers and sisters. That is the only thing. Because as you see Europe like this, France is in Europe, Spain is in Europe, Italy is in Europe, Germany is in Europe, Belgium is in Europe, Denmark is in Europe, Holland is in Europe, Sweden is in Europe, Switzerland is in Europe. All these countries, they defend each other. They always defend each other. They see each other as one peoples. Do you know? All their leaders gather together and make one decision because they are all eating one currency. They are all eating euro, one currency. And they all join together to develop that currency. But Africa, if you go to Nigeria, they have Naira. You go to Ghana, they have cedis. You go to Gambia, they have dollars. You go to Mali, they have Sefa. You go to Senegal, they have Sefa. Africans are using, only one continent is using how many currency? How do you expect us to develop? How do you expect our money to be powerful? Our currency is low because we are using different currencies. Every country wants to have your own currency. When we all join together and build up one currency for Africa and we all join hands together and develop that currency, it is going to be even more stronger than euro and dollar. I tell you this. This is what they know about Africa. That's why they never want Africa to have one currency. When Muammar Gaddafi speak about this, that I want Africa to have one currency, they were very afraid that if Muammar Gaddafi successful to put Africa as one nation and build up African currency that is going to be used by all African countries, it is going to become a big problem for them. Because that money is going to be more powerful than their monies. Their euros, dollars, pounds, stars. They will end up going to Africa to beg, to work in Africa and send money to their families in Europe, America, and UK because our money will be powerful than their money. The same way we are working here today when we send 100 euro or 100 dollar or 100 pound star to Africa, it is big money in our countries. That's what they want. But they all join together, all European countries join together and use one currency, and they all join together and put money together to develop that currency. They always have meeting together, all the European prime ministers. They have meeting together in European Union Parliament, in their European Parliament, to push that euro to be more powerful. That euro will never fall down because they are together. But they always leave Africa to be separated, for Africans not to come together and unite. That's why when we talk about the unity of Africa, it is making them afraid. Because they know when it happens, it is a big problem for them. We have 54 countries in Africa. 54 countries in Africa. If 54 countries join together and use one currency and use all their natural resources to push that currency, I tell you, that currency is going to be more powerful than any other currency in this planet. Trust me. That currency is going to be powerful than pound star, US dollar, euro, Japanese pound sterling, Chinese money. It's going to be powerful than all this. Japanese yen. It's going to be powerful than all of it. You see what Putin is doing to them? Africa, can you wake up and see what Putin is doing to them? Do you know why I love Vladimir Putin? Vladimir Putin is a man of his words. He's a man who is not afraid to protect his peoples. Vladimir Putin is a man who is ready to do whatever it takes to make his country stand. Vladimir Putin is ready to do whatever he can do for his people not to starve in hunger or undeveloped. That is Vladimir Putin. He will never give chance to any European prime minister who is trying to tamper justice with his own peoples. Not to talk of America and UK. They are all afraid to attack Vladimir Putin because he has a nuclear weapon that can destroy the whole Europe in just 1 second. That can destroy UK in 1 second. That can destroy America in 1 second. That's why they are all afraid. Now they push ICC to arrest Vladimir Putin. When Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, is not among ICC. He removed his country from ICC, the International Criminal Court. Because they are all bloody peoples. Who, if you are a leader and you join in ICC, International Criminal Court, if any time you try to be wise and try to go against their orders, they will arrest you. Directly, they have the right to arrest you because you are the one who put your country there. That's why all these African leaders cannot talk the truth, cannot speak truth to Europeans and Americans because they are afraid. If they speak anything that Americans don't like, Americans will go and arrest them. They can put them in a trouble with ICC, International Criminal Court, and they will go and arrest them in their country. That's why they all keep quiet. Whatever Americans and UK and Europeans do to Africans, They keep quiet. They don't go. They don't talk. They will never talk. But look, Vladimir Putin today. Vladimir Putin can do whatever he like. Nobody. They will just be talking. American President Joe Biden, Donald Trump, and other people, they are just blabbing. European prime ministers are blabbing. Oh, what Putin is doing is not good. Go and arrest him. Why don't you fight him? Don't they have weapons? They have weapons. Europeans and Americans and UK, they have only a weapon that can be sent to Africa to destroy Africans, but they don't have a weapon to fight against Vladimir Putin. They only have a weapon that can be sent to Africa to make Africans to terrorize themselves, but they don't have a weapon to go against Vladimir Putin. Life. What all Vladimir Putin do in Ukraine, none of these countries, European countries, were never there in Ukraine to help Ukraine. American soldiers never go to Ukraine. So all this war that is happening in Ukraine, European Union still abandon Ukraine and send their soldiers to Africa in the name of we are helping Africa. Before you help us, help yourself if truly you are helping us. Why before helping us you don't help Ukraine? There is a war in Ukraine for many years. Ukraine is here. It's near to you, Europe. So before you, the European Union will just pretend that you are helping Africa and sending your soldiers to Congo. Stop sending your soldiers to Congo. Send them to Ukraine. Let us see if nuclear will not be sent to Europe. If they try, they know. This is what African leaders refuse to do, what Vladimir Putin is doing. Because Vladimir Putin stand on this, that if any country that send weapon to Ukraine or send their soldiers to Ukraine, he is going to fire them with nuclear weapon. And nuclear weapon, we all know where it starts and where it ends. So they are afraid. But they can send their soldiers to Africa. African leaders will not say nothing. They can send their soldiers and weapons to Africa. Africans kill each other. But they don't have a weapon that can stop the war in Ukraine. Even Ukraine citizens should know that Europe is their enemy. NATO is their enemy. America is their enemy. UK is their enemy. They just want Ukraine because, look, I tell you, Ukraine also have something that Europeans are looking for. Ukraine have something, very important something that Europeans really want. They can't get it. So the war that happened in Ukraine right now, they love it. They love it. God, if you are not understanding this language, you will not know what these people are planning to do. But these people are really devils. They can only do something for their interest. They will never, ever take an action without their interest. It is never possible. Americans will never take action without their interest. Europeans will never take an action or speak about something that they don't have interest there. UK, the same thing. European Union, you are sending your soldiers to Congo for what? Congo don't need your soldiers. Africa don't need European soldiers. We have soldiers. We have African soldiers. We don't need your soldiers. Before you will send your soldiers to Africa, in the name of helping Africa, send your soldiers to Ukraine. If truly you are ready to do something about all this terrorism and killing in countries, do it in Ukraine. How many years do we have in war in Libya? Why don't you send European soldiers to Libya? Why don't you send European soldiers to Afghanistan? I am talking to the European Union. They should not be pretending that they are not hearing me for all these years as I am talking to them. European Union, stop sending your soldiers to Africa. If you know you are sending your soldiers to Africa to help them, why can't you send your soldiers to Iran? There have been a war for a decade. Send your soldiers to Afghanistan. Taliban are there. Send your soldiers to Syria. Taliban are there. But you are sending your soldiers to Africa. You are saying, I'm helping African leaders. I'm helping Africa. We send our soldiers to Africa to help them. Congo, there's no war in Congo. If there's a war in Congo, you people should tell me, because I never heard there's a war in Congo. So why European Union sending their soldiers there? For what reason? And Congo citizens came out and tell you that we don't need your soldiers, take them away. You still force your soldiers on them. I blame the Congo president. I blame the Congo president. African leaders are fools. If I say this, they said, Pandi MAICA, African leaders are elders, at least have respect for them. Anybody who said this to me, that means you are also a fool, because you don't understand what pain I am feeling when I'm seeing my peoples being imposted, being maltreated. Willingly, they are maltreating my peoples, and you are not feeling that pain. Our leaders are not feeling that pain. And I came out to speak to them. You are telling me that, Pandi MAICA, you still have respect for African leaders because they are elders. They are elders, but they are not behaving like elders. They are behaving like fools. That's why I call them fools. When African leaders are behaving like fools, how do you expect me to call them? Intelligent ones? No, I call them fools. The foolish leaders of Africa, who are ready to sell out Africa to white peoples. Just because of their selfish interesting, greedy men, greedy old cargoes ruling Africa everywhere. We have these greedy old men who don't even know how life goes. We have these peoples that Europeans choose them for Africa, Americans choose them for Africa. But you see, when we start to know where the truth came from and what is the truth, we will really understand. I believe in this, that if Africa, we, the youths of Africa, can really unite, we will do something. You see, whatever Julius Malema is doing in South Africa, I appreciate it. By making so that South Africa never to chase their own fellow black people, but to chase white people away from South Africa. Julius Malema, you are doing a great job. I must say this. You are doing a great job by making so that South Africans believe in black brotherhood than white brotherhood. You are making so that South Africans to chase their enemies away, but not to chase their own fellow brothers and sisters away. That is Zimbabweans, Nigerians, Ghanaians, because they were chasing them away before. And that's what Julius Malema says. We are not going to chase Zimbabweans away. We are not going to chase Nigerians away. We are going to chase our enemies away. And that's what will happen in every country. When we build Africa, we can have one visa for the whole Africa. But we can also make African documents that will be for only Africans. That no white man will ever wake up again and buy ticket and go to Africa without an African document. If you go, you will become a migrant in Africa. When we do this, they will not have access to Africa. But how can we do this when we are not united? How can we do this when we are not both seeing in the same direction? We should always see each other as friends, brothers, sisters, but not to go against each other, fight against each other, started mocking each other. For example, sometimes I see, when I go against Americans too much, I see a black Americans who came out and fight me, speak against me. They are blacks, but they speak against me because they want white people to see them on a comment section that they are very good. But they are fighting against a black man who is fighting for blackhood. When they fight against me, they want white people on the comment section to see them as, oh, this black is good. Oh, he's fighting for us. A black will fight me because I am standing for blacks. Just because that black wants the white peoples to see him as intelligent ones and to see me as a fool. But do you know, on the comment section, they will tell you, my brother, you are right. But within themselves, they tell you that you are a fool. They call me a wise one who should be assassinated before I grow up. Because if I grow up, it will become a problem for them. You know what these people realize? This is what these people realize. But as a black man, a black will fight against black just because I am speaking about what Europeans are doing to Africa or what Americans or UK they are doing to Africans. As an African, you will against me. When I speak about what Ghana president was doing to Ghanaians to demolish Ghanaian people's houses, There are some Ghanaians who call me that, oh, this brother is from Ghana. I know him. He is from Ghana. He is in this political party. That's why he is adjusting the president. Then you lie. You make yourself like you know me. You know where I came from. You know me. You know my background. But you don't even know who you are talking about. But you pretend in a comment section, writing rubbish about me, while you don't even know me. But as a black man, just because you want to destroy me, you have to write that. And you know by yourself that what I am fighting for is for your interest and my interest. I am not doing it for only my interest, but doing it for your freedom, my freedom, for us to be free. So why you fight me? What did I do to you? Do I ever fight against you as a black man? Do I ever insult you as a black man? Do I ever say I don't want freedom for black men? Do I be an obstacle to black people's freedom? No. I was there to open ways for us to have freedom. You, me, and others to have freedom. But when you fight against me, you join my enemies to fight against me, and they push you on me to fight against me, kill me, assassinate me, let me go away. But my message will always come out every time. My messages will always be in this world, even when I'm gone. And my messages will be a revolution for the next generation. I tell you, whatever I tell you today, it will be a revolution words for the next generation that is coming. So you can only assassinate me and let me go to my grave and sleep there in peace. But you can never assassinate that messages that I have sent. They are already gone to the air. When you assassinate me, my fellow black, you join my enemies to assassinate me and let me away. And I go away. Now, you, the fellow black peoples, will stand and say, oh, God help Africa. God help Africa. God already helped Africa. How? How do God help Africa? God is not going to come down with weapons to fight for Africa. God will never do that. God is never going to come down and speak to Africans and say, Africans, wake up and fight for your right. God is never going to do that. God is going to give you peoples among you and choose them and give them a special knowledge that they can awake you. That's what God, that's how God is helping Africa. That's how God is helping Africa. There are many peoples who fight for Africa. They don't do it intentionally. They have been used by God to liberate Africa. But we, the Africans, ignore it. And we join our enemies to send them away. Martin Luther King was killed by his, a fellow black. John Pombe Magufuli, Tanzania former president, was killed by his own peoples. Muhammad Gaddafi was killed by his own peoples. How many peoples I can mention here? They were killed by Africans. So we are just using our energy to kill our own peoples, but we are not ready to use that energy and combine them together and become one energy and really help ourselves. Trust me. I may not be there, or I may not be alive when Africa will be free. But when it is free, you will understand what it means freedom, what it means development. Still, we don't know what is development because we have never been to places that are developed in Africa. We don't have places that are developed. So we don't know what is even development. We don't know the enjoyment of development and freedom. We don't have it. That's why we don't know how it feels, how it's sweet when you are living in an environment that is very developed and freedom. And you are being ruled by yourself, not being ruled by other peoples, not the foreign policy. The foreign policy was imposed on our Africans to reduce the population of Africa, to shrink the population of Africa. That is the foreign policy in Africa that Africans are using. We don't have an African policy. If you came to Europe here, they don't have a policy that is called foreign policy. But it's only in Africa we have a foreign policy that is from Americans and UK and Europeans. We are using their own policy. They give us policy to use, we are using it. Our leaders are using those policies on their own peoples. Another man came from his country and tell you how to rule your peoples. That's what is happening to Africa. That's what they call foreign policy. The global economy, when I talk about it, ICC and ICC, International Criminal Court. When I talk about it, every African country that joined ICC, they are all in trouble. Gambia is there, Ghana is there, Nigeria is there, Sudan is there, all these countries here, Uganda is there, Kenya is there. They are all in ICC, International Criminal Court. That's why the leaders, they are being fooled. They can't speak against these peoples because when they speak against them, they can trouble them and put them in trouble with ICC. And they will be arrested immediately. They can't even fight for their own peoples because when they want to fight for their own peoples, they will have to fight against Europeans and Americans and UK. That's why you will never see any African leader who joined ICC and started to fight for his own peoples. Because when you join ICC as an African leader, you have to always fight against your peoples and help Europeans and Americans and UK. That's why African leaders can never fight for us. They can never speak for us because they join ICC. When they join ICC, they can only fight against themselves, but they can never help themselves. That is ICC for Africa. ICC in Europe and America and UK is to protect them, protect themselves. But for ICC for Africa, the same ICC for Africa is to fight against yourself. Hate yourself. Do never appreciate yourself. That is ICC for Africans. But we are here. We appreciate them. When they go to Africa, we appreciate them. We believe in them. Whatever they say. You know, as an African leader, when I stand in front of them as an African leader and tell you something, African leader will say, oh, this boy is crazy. But when a white little boy, a white man, a white boy who is 9 years and stand and tell African leader that, oh, you should put this in your country, they will go and do it. While your fellow black man, because black don't believe in black, black believe in white more than black. That's the mentality they gave to us. We believe in them than ourselves. Black don't believe in black. Trust me. If you don't believe me, we can take it out the street in Europe here. I can meet a black man and tell him that, oh, this street you are going, there is a snake. And I can call a young white boy who will go to him and tell the same black man that, oh, there is no snake. This black man will continue. He will put my words down and take, because black don't believe in black. It's the fact. Trust me. Black believe in white. Whatever they think like white is a technology machine. White is not a human being. Whatever you see in Africa, jealousy, hatred, envy, is the same thing happening in Europe here. Maybe Europeans are even jealous. White people, they have jealousy in them more than black peoples. They have hatred in them. Hatred system in them more than black peoples. I tell you this. But we feel like these people are electronic machines that don't have jealousy feeling or hatred feeling or bad mind feelings. That's what we think. That's why we believe in them, because they make us believe that they are not normal human beings like us. They are like our gods. They can never make mistake. They can never lie. That's what they make Africans to believe. That they can never lie. They can never make mistake. Whatever they say, that's the fact. While whatever came out from them, if 100 words came out from them, then 99 is bloody lie. Only one will be half% truth and half% lie. Believe in this. But the Democrats believe that they are perfect. When we the Africans, we are always saying no one is perfect, no man is perfect, no man is perfect. But we always believe that white people are perfect. They can never make mistake. They can never lie. They have never make any error. They are very perfect. Whatever they do, that's how it's supposed to be. Whatever they say, that's how it's supposed to be said. But when a fellow black man says something, you feel like he's drunk or crazy or smoking herbs. Yes, what many people write comments to me. They say, oh, this brother smoke marijuana, or this brother smoke something. They always say this to me. When God knows I never smoke marijuana. When God knows I never drink alcohol. But many people were writing this on comment section. Black peoples. We are saying that I smoke, that's why I'm speaking like this. But when it's a white man standing here and speaking like this, they will appreciate it. They will say, oh, you are very intelligent, you are very good. Black people will appreciate that white man. But as a black man sitting here speaking something, they think I am crazy. My fellow blacks think I am crazy. Oh, I smoke marijuana, that's why I'm speaking like this. Oh, I drink alcohol, that's why I'm speaking like this. Come on. Let's believe in ourselves. You know, I believe in the black so much. I believe in the black so much more that I can never hate black no more. Never. For the rest of my life, I can never hate black. Black becomes something to me like that I've ever seen in my life. It becomes something precious to me like a gold. Like a diamond. If I have a diamond, how I will protect this diamond. How I will be happy to see this diamond every 1 minute. That's how I am about blacks. I'm happy to see black in every second. Black become very precious to me. Very precious. I feel so happy being with my fellow blacks or seeing my fellow blacks or being among them or speaking with them. At least planning something tangible. I really feel like I have never been among these people while I am even one of them. But because of how I feel about black. When we start to appreciate each other and love each other and believe in ourselves, we are going to be free. To unite is not like we are going to come together in one group, in one room. No. To unite Africa is only one thing. Everybody have to deal with yourselves. Deal with your mindset. Change it by yourself. I can't change your mindset if you are not ready to change it. So you have to deal with yourself and change your mindset and believe that you are a black man and every black brother from Africa is your brother. Every black sister from Africa is your sister. No matter which country they came from. No matter what colonizer country name they came from. Believe that they are your brothers and sisters. We are all one. If you have this in your mindset and all other African black people have it in mindset, it doesn't need to call us together to come and unite. No. It needs the mindsets to be changed. All of us are thinking in the same direction. That is called unity of Africa. Many people think like when you say unity of Africa, mean we all need to come together in one room and start speaking about Africa. No, that is not the unity of Africa. The unity of Africa is mentality being the same. Thinking ways being the same. That is the unity of Africa. And to unite Africa is not like we need to come together in one country and start talking about Africa. No. Let's change the mentality. Let all our thinking capacities go in the same direction. All Africans, that is the unity. Because at that time you will see that whatever Gambia do, Senegal will do, Guinea will do, because we are all having mindset and we are all going to the same direction. So that is the unity of Africa, because we will start to love each other and appreciate each other and really be happy to give hands to each other than giving hands to Europeans and Americans. Because nowadays African leaders feel proud to give hand or collaborate with Europeans and Americans than collaborating with their own fellow African leaders. Trust me, African leaders are happy that they are giving collaboration to Europe, America, UK, than giving it to their own fellow African leader. That's because we didn't appreciate ourselves. But the moment this happened, we can really give hands to each other. We started to see each other as brothers and sisters. That is the oneness of Africa. Unity of Africa. It can happen only in this way. When we all change our mindsets. We will keep on speaking about it. But actions have to be done. And actions cannot be done by only one man. It can be done by even you. Not by when we said actions should be done, you should take weapon and start fighting. No! It doesn't need fight. Do you think what they said? They said, don't fight with your rank. Don't fight with weapons. Fight with your mind and your education. When you fight with weapons, you will make mistake. When you fight with your ranks, you will make mistake, because still you are fighting with something that is not yours. Weapon is not yours. Rank is not yours. They can remove you there and put somebody there. But your mind, fight with your minds. Your mind is yours. Nobody can take it. Africans, your mind is yours. Nobody can remove it from your head and put another person's mind there. But when you take a weapon and fire, they can take the weapon from you. It's not yours. When you take a rank, because you are in a high rank in military, you fight, or because you are a minister, you fight, they can remove you there and put somebody there who will be at the same rank that you bear, but you no more bear. So it's not yours. Fight with your minds. That's why they say, don't fight with your ranks, don't fight with weapons, fight with your minds. That minds belongs to you. It doesn't belong to nobody. Nobody. Fight with your educations. Education that is in your head. The mentality. Change it. Change it. I came out here today because I have received many threatening words, threatening messages from most of the Americans. Because when I talk about Joe Biden bringing homosexuality to Africa, a lot of them were sending me messages. Some were harassing me, some were bullying me, some were talking about how to help me to get American visa. I should stop doing this. Don't I think if I've been in America and doing my job, I am the only one stupid thinking about Africa, but Africa is not thinking about me. This is a message to change my mentality, to make me believe like I'm doing the wrong thing. You understand? They want to make me believe that I am doing the wrong thing. And when I believe that I'm doing the wrong thing, then I make mistake. At the end of the day, I will regret. This is why I came out to make it clear to them that I get their messages, and I'm happy they are getting my videos. I'm happy, Joe Biden, American president, my videos are reaching to you. And when they are telling me that they see me in American news, I don't give a damn. If you like, put me in BBC, in Al Jazeera, I don't care. I am ready to even in front of European Union Parliament to stand in front of them and tell them what I have in mind about them. I am ready to stand in front of Joe Biden, White House, American White House, American Parliament to tell them what I have in mind about them, the evil they are doing to Africa. So, if you by seeing me in their news and telling me to be careful because Americans are coming for me, I don't care. Put me in BBC, put me in Al Jazeera, in whatever news you know. Take me to any court, I am ready to face it. Any judgment. You know what I am saying and I know what I am saying. If I am doing something that is lie, or I am saying lie against them, or I am lying against them, or I am doing something that is wrong, that doesn't go with their rules, do you think I will still be sitting here and talking? They will have arrested me since. It's their country. I'm in Europe. They have the European law. And you think I will be here doing rubbish, they will not arrest me? Or being here misleading, putting misleading information on social media, they will not arrest me? They have the power to arrest me if I am misleading, putting misleading information on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok everywhere. But they know what I am saying. They know it fact. They know what I am saying. When they arrest me, I will make them believe that what I am saying. They know it. The only thing they could do is to assassinate me in secret. Let me get out from their way. That is the only thing they can do. But they cannot arrest me in public. Oh, Pandi MAICA against our policy. Pandi MAICA go against European law. Who will do? Which European law? Tell me. So my peoples, some of videos because I want it to reach to many Africans to get aware. And really, let's unite. Remember, I said, when we want to unite Africa, we are not going to be like we are all going to be in one room. No. When we want to unite Africa, everyone have to deal with your own mentality and change it. We all think in the same direction, then we are united. We don't need to come together in one room. Remember that. And I will always love Africa as I love Africa. And I will always fight for Africa till the end of my time. Till God come for me. He's the only one that I fear. He's the only one that I depend on. He's the only one that I give maximum 100% respect to. That is God who create me and create all the mankind. And whatever knowledge I have today, I am not proud that I have a knowledge, then I give it to myself. myself. No, it's God who give it to me. I am sitting here talking all this today is because of God. I give thanks to that God. And help me, everybody, thank God for me having this knowledge and sitting here and using the opportunity to bring awareness to my peoples. Because only God will give me that knowledge. No man can give me this power and the knowledge if not God. So help me thank him. And I always thank God for me being alive today and bringing awareness to my peoples and want to bring oneness to my peoples. God give me the energy. There are many people lying down in the hospital, they can't wake up, they can't speak. There are many people who born without mouth, they can't speak. There are many people who born without eyes. There are many people who born they are deaf and dumb. So if God give me something today, you have a hand, leg, your fully body parts all are intact, always thank God for it. God never make mistake. Whatever he do it for a reason. I was in some situations in 2016. Little bit I will lose my faith to say God don't love me. But that after then I realized that God do everything for a reason. From there I began to be the man I am today. I started the journey from 2016. February. So God never make mistake by doing something to you. Even if it is bad, it's not a mistake by God. He knows what he is doing. So happy Ramadan to all my fellow Muslims. And I will say, we all witness this Ramadan. May we all witness many Ramadan coming. May we all witness next year Ramadan also in peace, in health. Happy Ramadan to all my fellow Muslims out there. Good luck to every Muslim out there in this Ramadan. Happy Ramadan to you all. Thank you so much, guys, for being here with me in this month of Ramadan as we are. Thank you.